Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rhonda Wheeler, and I am not a relationship coach. I am not a relationship therapist. I am a referee, and I'm calling out all those relationship coaches and all those relationship therapists. You have spent your money, you have brought their book, you have spent your time, and they have collected all of your time, but no reward. You are still single. So welcome to my show. This is Dear Future Single on YouTube. Again, my name is Rhonda Wheeler, and I want to give you a little background about my story and why I started this podcast. I'm an author and I'm a chef, and I've been single for 12 years. Imagine that, me single for 12 years. But that's okay, because when I was single, I sat in my singleness, right? I was married, divorced, had 2 children out of it. But after I got a divorce, I was like, what do I do? I know the part as far as raising the children, but what do I do as a woman? Well, I'll be happy to tell you what I did as a woman, but because behind every single mom, there is a whiny son, and he's out there to date women like you. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Why are men who are raised by single moms whiny? Just as whiny. You can't get them to do anything. They're whining about it. When I was married, for example, I am a living testimony. When I was married to the kid's dad, my ex-husband, he was raised by a single mom. He whined about everything. He wanted me to do everything. He couldn't do anything without whining. He was not a problem solver. Not at all. I had to be the one to solve the problems. I had to be the one to be the responsible one in the marriage. Imagine that. I'm a woman trying to figure out my way in this marriage, and I am the responsible one. I grew up with 2 brothers, and I'm the only girl in the home. So I already knew what it meant to be submissive, take care of, my brothers, because men are a little more needier, right? They just are. But men who are being raised by single moms, they are the whiniest things ever. Just whine all the time. So you know what I did? I got a divorce. I couldn't deal with the whining anymore. But I don't want you to get a divorce like I got a divorce, because that's kept me single for 12 years, trying to figure out what it is that I need to do in order to find me a man that was a problem solver, a man that stood up for me, a man that made sure that his family was taken care of and didn't whine because he had to do so, And there are great men out there that are willing to step up to the plate and make sure that their family is provided for, and make sure that they're taken care of, and to make sure that their wife is the number one in their life. I'm going to give you some more information about that, but let's just first talk about why are men that are being raised by single moms whining. Let's talk about it. I can say that for myself as a single mom. Getting a divorce, I raised 2 boys. I was a single mom. And are my children whiny? I can ask their girlfriends. They're not married. They're not old enough to be married. But I can ask their girlfriends, are they whiny? And I get that. I get that your children are whiny. Your boys are whiny. I can't get them to do anything without them whining. Please let me know what that is. And I said, it must be the single mom syndrome. When men are raised by single moms, these men become whiny. Instead of, I don't like to use the word manning up, but stepping up to the plate. And how can we change that? Well, I don't know. I don't know how effectively it will be, but how I started was not catering to all their needs. I mean, there's a saying that go around is that we raise our girls and we baby our boys. Well, I didn't have a daughter to do that with, but I see how it happened in my household. I see how I was raised and how my brothers were more so got away with some things that I wasn't able to get away with. I was told that I have to go to college. This is what I have to do. On the other hand, why my brothers were told, yes, you're supposed to go to college, get your education, because my mother was an educator, but there was no real force behind it. You know, as a girl, we always have to, be overachievers. We always have to be more responsible. But then the men and the boys that are growing up, it's more like, they get passes. And that's behavior that's taught in the home. And how I helped my boys deal with this, because they're still growing and they're still learning, and I'm still being that teacher that they need. And let them know that this is not something that you can take into a long-term committed marriage. You're single now, but all that whining to get your girlfriend or your wife to do something, that's not going to happen. She needs for you to be able to stand up for her, stand up for the family, stand up for the community. She's going to need for you to have to fight through those struggles. No more baby, we're not babying you anymore. And when you find that behind a single mom, a man that was raised by a single mom, you find that he has some narc tendencies. He's controlling. He whines to get his way. He wants to be in control. He's very opinionated about what you do, what you wear, where you're going, how you should respond. He forgets the things that he says and then fought you for them. Because these are the behaviors, and he's sneaky. These are the things that he was able to get away with underneath mommy's watch. And he hasn't matured enough to bring those into a long-term committed relationship. Because then you're dealing with all his issues that he didn't solve, his mother didn't solve for him, and he definitely wasn't going to take accountability to get them solved, because he's a whiner. And the minute he whines, mama's rushing to his rescue like something's wrong with him. She got to put on her super cape to save him. He doesn't need saving. He needs to be able to grow up and mature into a great man so that he can be a great husband. I'm talking to women. You may be single now on YouTube, but that's not going to be your future. Same with me. Single for 12 years. And I've learned enough. That's why I'm here on this channel sharing, because I believe it's important that you gain the knowledge so then when you do get out here and date, you're not fumbling around. You know what you want. You've seen what you want. You have the recipe for what you want. You just don't have the picture yet. You know how you want it to look, but you're still collecting information so that you can create that ideal picture of what you want in your relationship and what you want for yourself. So no more whiners. Single moms, stop raising these men to be whiners, because they're out here dating women like me and I can't get them from stop whining. It's embarrassing. It's always some negotiation. It ends up in being a and you get put into this trap or this atmosphere that it's combative, because it's like, you know that he's wrong in his thinking, and you're trying to get him to see that, hey, you know, that's not what you said. Here comes the narcissism in him. Here comes the whininess. Here comes, he's going to expose you because you don't want to go along with his plan. Mommy let him get away with that. Now he wants you to allow for him to get away with it even further. And I'm asking you women to stop it now, because you are going to create something that you can't get yourself out of. It is going to be a train wreck in your life, because this person is never going to be the person that you need him to be. You're going to keep showing up for him, and when you continue to show up for him, he has already have a narrative to make you feel as if the relationship is still not ready. You're not ready for a relationship because you can't communicate. You are not the one for him because he has already found 101 ways that you didn't know about, that he just keeps in his back pocket, and every time something comes up, he throws them at you to keep and throw you off your game and keep you confused. And know that the relationship was never, ever going to go anywhere, because he is a whiner, and he's going to keep whining. It's that squeaky wheel, you know, when you go to the grocery store, and that I take those cards back immediately because it just pops off some triggers in my head. As soon as I hear that squeaky wheel, I'm like, oh, let me put this card back real quick. Or I just leave it in the grocery store and go find me another card. I just can't deal with it. As soon as I hear that squeaky wheel, I'm like, oh, that's going to get me in trouble. Because that wheel is going to be loud. It's going to squeak. And it's determined to irritate you, to make you miserable, to keep you confused, and not allow for you to live your best life. Not allow for you to continue to be the best version of yourself. Take it from me, ladies. Single for 12 years by choice, because I kept running into men who wanted to have this ideal of me being everything to them, like a mommy figure, or a wife figure without the wifely things that go along with it. Like, I need for you to be a husband too. So ladies, when you hear that wheel squeaking, it should be a trigger in your head to say, oh, that's going to cost me down the line. When you ask for him to do something and it's always combative, and they say things like, no, we're just having a disagreement. Oh, no, we're just having a discussion. Oh, I said this. I don't think you were listening. He is creating a narrative to where you don't speak up to him. Because if you start speaking up to him, it's going to cost you. He does not have your best interests. He's in and out of the relationship all the time. You can't gauge it. It's not your fault. Go find you a man and leave that whiny little boy to his mama. Leave him right there. He'll be okay. His mama will come and get him. Like she always do. She will come and get him like she always do. That's her little boy. Come. Leave him. Because you will lose him just like you got him. I tell y'all, I am a referee and I'm blowing the whistle on these life coaches, these dating and relationship coaches who are not giving you immediate relief on relationship advice. And it's just that simple. Stop engaging with people that don't mean you any good. You know that. You're just afraid to step out and leave. I've been single for 12 years and look at me, I'm fine. I'm okay. I did the necessary homework. And I'm not saying you have to sit for 12 years. That was just my choice. It wasn't all these channels that I could turn to and get this information from. What I was getting information from was a coach that was misleading me, because she didn't tell me, she told me that I had to be ready for everything, because that's what the coaching was for. And if I'm ready, here I'm thinking that I'm dating someone that's ready. Nope, you're not ready at all. So because I sat and I did my homework, I know how to recognize someone that's not ready. I know how to recognize a whiner. I know how to recognize a man that's never going to step up to the plate. I know how to recognize a man that's going to continue to destroy me. Send him back to his mama. She'll pick him up. Okay. Well, I hope you like today's episode. I hope you like the content that I'm creating. And show your love by doing so and leaving a comment. If you'd like to reach me or order my book, my information is located in the bio section. And I look forward to your comments, and let me know what you'd like for me to talk about. I'm here to tell the truth, and that's what my podcast and this channel is always about, to tell the truth so that you don't have to continue to be in a place to where you don't belong. And where you belong is to have all good things turn around to you. So no more waiting for someone who just don't wait for you. All right, until next time. Leave his whining butt to his mama. Bye.